Kennard sets. Fouled off into the backstop. Still 2-2. Interesting to note that Tierney is hugging the batter's box towards the plate. As a hitter, you usually don't want to do that because it means you're very vulnerable to the inside pitch. Let's look for Kennard to exploit that as he goes for a pickoff move and is unsuccessful in doing so. Runner gets back in safe. So I believe it's 4-2 now. Not sure what the accurate number of hits is going to be. We'll figure that out when Ben comes back to the booth, as he's the one keeping score. Kennard fires. It's high. Full count now. Not the situation Kennard wants to find himself in. As we discussed on the top of the broadcast, Kennard is a bit of a streaky pitcher. When he gets going, he really gets going, but when he gets cold, he finds himself in trouble more often than not. Demonstrated there just outside. And Tierney's going to take his base. There's going to be a mound visit taken right now. And we'll go away in just a moment. I have to fade it out myself. We'll be right back. Thank you for sticking with us, folks. Ben Curtis back in the broadcasting booth.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Well, they can hear you, but they're not going to be able to answer. This is a one-way broadcast.
You can tweet us at StuckInSamSaid or at Ben Curtis MBPS.
That they can.
With how you're doing though, that might be a bit of a stretch.
Hey, we appreciate fan mail of all kinds. We'll even respond to it. Here's a pitch. And McCormick hits that one high to the shortstop, Edwards, but the center fielder's going to get under it. And that's going to be one out, making it 2 outs.
Good fundamentals there from Marsh. He's the center fielder. He's going in. He calls off the shortstop. Good play.
Now running number 9, Matt Weber. Now Weber's going to step up. Walked in his last at-bat.
And even if Boca High does get out here and Weber does not get on, that flips the lineup for the top of the 5th inning. So Boca High really right back in this one.
Weber batting 125 with no RBIs, stolen bases, or home runs. Have to imagine he's being kept on for his defensive capabilities.
Well, as a catcher, sometimes it's a pitcher thing. The pitcher likes to pitch to certain catchers, or he's just a very good, reliable catcher, and we've seen no reason to suspect otherwise tonight.
First pitch in for a strike. Runners on first and second. Weber and Kennard take their places once again. Since the pitchers certainly do have a preference as to who they have calling the shots behind the plate. The delivery is hit into right field. Snyder rushing to get under it. Loses his hat in the process, but makes the catch. That's going to end the top of the 4th. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 4th right after this. Brainwash Sports Twitch TV. Thank you for sticking with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we go into the bottom of the fourth inning in this game between the Boca Raton Bobcats and your North Broward Eagles. Sam Gelfand alongside Ben Curtis on Brainwash Sports Twitch TV. 4-2 now. Bobcats put themselves on the board in the last half inning. North Broward going to try to give pitcher Raul Kennard some run support. Parrots tries, but is going to be a little too far foul down the right field line and perilously close to where my car is parked. As the dangers of this new setup with a new field. You see 4 players running down the right field fence towards the bullpen right now.
Center field, Sam, and this park is big enough so they can do it during the middle of play, and they know that they won't get anywhere near the field of play.
1-2 now. Parrots gets right back in it. Here's a pitch. And it's going to be high, 2-2.
Parrot had a base hit in his last time up in the second inning of that rally, 3-run rally for North Broward.
Kleintop brings the 2-2, and he brings the low strike. He's going to sit down, bringing up Dusty Snyder.
Nobody. Number 4, Dusty Snyder.
Apologize for the technical difficulties there on my audio mic. Sam's should have been good to go.
Indeed. I can fade that out now. And here's the pitch. Rips it to the second baseman. Easy throw to first. Easy out. That's going to bring up the top of the order. And that being Xavier Edwards.
Stepping into the box, number 9, Xavier Edwards.
Edwards 0 for 2 on the night so far.
Actually, in my scorebook, he's 0 for 2, but that scoring change in the second inning actually makes him 1 for 2. That ground ball, the shortstop that got underneath him, ruled a hit since Gutierrez never actually touched the ball. So my scorebook is wrong. He's 1 for 2.
Edwards bunts for a hit. Pitcher, the glove flip. He's safe. Tried to get fancy. He just was too far away from that ball to be able to make the play, and Xavier Edwards uses his superior speed to get on the base path.
The kid can fly, Sam.
Nobody. Number 3, Ty March.
One of the best 60-yard dashes in all of Broward County, under 7 seconds. Under 5 seconds would be really impressive.
No, that's 2 plays so far that we've seen Boca Raton attempt to use unconventional defense to get it to first. That glove flip there and a discus throw from the second baseman earlier in the game as Marsh fouls that one into the backstop. Do you think that the attempts to get fancy have been affecting Boca Raton's ability to get these batters out on the base path?
No, I think that the glove flip, for one, is just another thing in the arsenal of Boca Raton's defense, and it's really just been their ability to react to plays that have kept them pretty sound on the defensive end. No errors yet after that scoring change from Gutierrez. So I think that's just something that baseball players, once they get to this level and beyond, just having their arsenal to pull out, they don't even think about it.
0-1, that pickoff attempt is unsuccessful. Tries again. Now one's not going to do him much better. And that it won't do him any better because he's still safe. Now Marsh steps back into the box.
0 for 1 on the night with a base hit and a fielder's choice.
Edwards takes off. The hit and run unsuccessful as that one goes foul.
And Edwards had a massive jump, Sam.
By the time the ball made contact with the bat, Edwards was basically on second base already. 0-2 now. I believe that Boca has 4 hits on the game. Eagles have 7.
With 2 outs, though, it's interesting to see Brian Campbell trying to put the game in motion.
Brian Campbell is a small ball manager. Done very
Without
well
a
for
doubt.
Broward with those strategies. Kleintop goes for another pickoff. Really cautious with Edwards' speed, and I can't blame him.
Well, you have to be. You're absolutely right about that, Sam. But that may be taking his focus off of Ty Marsh, the batter. It's not someone you want to take your focus off of.
Looks at that one inside, 1-2. Interestingly enough, Edwards only has 1 stolen base on the year.
Well, it's because pitchers have kept him so close, but that opens up opportunities for Ty Marsh and Logan Clyott down the line.
Yet another pickoff attempt. As we are in the bottom of the fourth inning, the pitcher, Kleintop, has thrown a lot of pitches. What do you think these repeated pickoff attempts are doing to his arm? As he fires and gets Marsh swinging. We'll have to answer that as we come in for the fifth inning. We'll be right back. Brainwash Sports, Twitch TV. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the top of the fifth. And it's going to be the top of the lineup for the Boca Raton Bobcats as they take on your North Broward Eagles. Brendan Hughes getting his third at-bat of the night so far.
Struck out looking both of the times he's seen Kennard so far tonight.
Kennard looks for the sign, finds one, hurls, and gets Hughes swinging there. Hughes steps back into the box. Hughes, as we stated, is leading the team with a .350 batting average before this game as he looks at that strike. The breaking ball of Raul Kennard at perfection there.
And we mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, Sam, at the outset. North Broward does well when Kennard's able to control his off-speed pitches, which he has done tonight.
1-2 now. That one wasn't very well controlled, but maybe he was looking for Hughes to chase something. We wouldn't really know unless we got in the head of Raul Kennard, and if I had the ability to read what other people were thinking, trust me, I wouldn't be at this booth broadcasting right now.
Oh!
Reflects right off of his helmet. That is why we wear helmets, ladies and gentlemen.
Make them for a reason.
That was kind of ugly.
Now betting number 4, Reese Gutierrez.
Well, thankfully, it was an off-speed pitch that hit Hughes in the helmet. And he did what you're told to do, which is turn so that it doesn't hit you on the brim or in the temple where it can do some serious damage. So Hughes appears to be okay. Umpire's going over to have a chat with him. Perhaps ask him what 2-2 makes.
Looks like Hughes is going to insist on staying in the game, which makes him in both instances quite headstrong.
Hey, there we go. Hughes a junior.
Surprised it took me this long to find my first punt of the night.
Reminds me of, since we're going way back into baseball history, Dizzy Dean, the legendary St. Louis Cardinals pitcher, was also very legendarily dull in terms of his intelligence. Got hit in the head with a pitch, was lined back to him, went down in a heap, went to the hospital for some x-rays, and